Hi all, welcome to i-tutor Academy. In today's session, we will start with Unit 14, subsection 5 of mmpc 008, that is neural networks. So what is neural networks? Neural networks are a great aid to computing. They involve mathematical structures that are capable of learning. Network is a set of connected input or output units where each connection has a weight associated with it. Neural network are primarily used for predictions. Neural network use past data and fit a model on it to predict and classify. Neural networks, as the name suggests, resembles the namesake found in human beings. Neural networks begin with an input layer which is given some weight before it connects to the output unit. And the output unit processes the value of input variable and weights with the combination of functions, and there are many hidden layers between the input and output layers. A neural network is trained by assigning weights on the input of each of the units so that the network predicts the variable under question in the best possible manner. And according to Barry and Linfoff, neural network are a good choice for most classification and prediction tasks when the results of the model are more important than understanding how the model works. And neural networks actually represent complex mathematical equations with lots of summations and exponential functions and any parameters. These equations describe the neural network but are quite opaque for human eyes. And neural networks do not work well when there are hundreds or thousands of input features. Neural network works well with decision trees, and decision trees stress are good at choosing the most important variable, and these can be used for training a network. A major difference between neural networks and the statistical modeling is that the former is based on the rules it explores from the data, while the latter is based on previously specified functional form. And as our nervous system is made up of neurons that are connected with a nerve fiber, neural nets also have nodes that are connected. As a neuron receives signals from its neighboring neurons, processes them and to move those signals forward, the neural net also do the same functions. So here is one figure 14.3, a signal node neural networks, and this artificial neural network are electrical analogs of the biological neural nets. The most common application of neural network is in the field of machine learning. One can find many applications of neural networks in control, automation, robotics, computer vision, scheduling, knowledge acquisition, and planning. They are useful in many applications because they derive meaning from complicated or imprecise data. And these situations are otherwise complex and undetectable by humans and other computer techniques. Neural networks are good at identifying patterns or trends in data, and hence they are well suited for prediction and forecasting needs. A neural network can have multiple layers. Suppose we have a training data and we measure attributes for training data. This measures attributes from the input layer. Weights are given to the input layer according to their importance in the problem. The output from the input layer is assigned some weights, and this feed to the second layer known as hidden layer. Similarly, the weighted output of this hidden layer can be fed to the next hidden layer and so on. Finally, these outputs go into the output layer which emits network's prediction. This process is explained in the figure given below. And if there is a single hidden layer, then the network is called a two-layer neural network. Similarly, a network containing two hidden layers is called a three-layer neural network. So here is a figure 14.4 is a multi-layer neural network sources. So please refer this from your ignou study materials. It will more clear. And next is business application of neural networks. There are immense application of neural network in business. It is just not possible to mention all of them. However, an attempts have been made to give you a glimpse of the purpose for which neural network are being applied. Following are some of the application of the artificial neural networks, and Pujari and Konar 2001 and 2000 used in investment analysis to predict the movement of stocks, currencies, etc. from previous data. They have become worthy successors of linear models and used in monitoring the state of aircraft engines, and parameters like vibrations levels and sounds are used to predict or forecast engine problems, and used to improve marketing mail shots, and they are employed to find a predictive mapping from the known data about the clients and their response, and this mapping is then used to direct further mail shots. And a simple neural network based diagnostics expert system which diagnoses and recommends treatments for acute sarcophagal disease, and in the development of a system of criminal investigation for voice classification scheme. And the next one is in path planning for of the mobile robots works on sensor that helps them recognize the world as the human do, and neural network based navigational model has been applied for online navigation of such a robots. For acquisition of knowledge in an expert system, fuzzy neural network are applied for automated estimation of certainty factors of knowledge from proven and historical database of a typical reasoning system. And next is in recognition of human faces from their facial image, and self-organizing neural net are applied for this task. Weights are given to each multi-dimensional point on the 2D plane, and then it is mapped to a single point. And in cognitive learning for application in psychological modeling, fuzzy neural networks are used to mimic the activities of long term memory of the biological cognitive system. These applications are never ending. As said earlier, neural networks are useful in many applications because they derive meaning from complicated or imprecise data. These situations are otherwise complex and undetectable by humans and other computer techniques. Next is fuzzy logic. Traditional logic has many limitations when one deals with the uncertain and incomplete knowledge. Unfortunately, knowledge in the real world is never certain and complete. Fuzzy logic came into picture as a concept that extends the expressive power of traditional logics. You would recall that in standard set theory, an object is either a member of a set or it is not. There is no middle way and there is no partial containment. The characteristics function of a traditional set assume value 1 and 0 on the basis of membership. If we generalize this concept and allow the characteristics function to assume all value between 0 and 1, then we talk about the fuzzy sets, and the value assumed by the characteristics function denotes the degree or level of membership. Professor Sadegh of University of California and Berkeley in 1965 first introduced fuzzy sets, and the main objective was to define the fuzziness and vagueness. Fuzzy set theory forms the basis of fuzzy logic, and it is a relatively new discipline that has found application in automated reasoning of expert system, and fuzzy models required defining of membership functions, and these functions can often be defined on the basis of intuitive knowledge because of their simplicity to use and cost effectiveness. Fuzzy logic and fuzzy computation are good prospects for the next generation expert system. The universe of fuzzy set can take any value in the real interval 0 and 1, and let us take an example to explain the concept better. And suppose we want to define the membership of batsmen of national level in a country, we may define the membership characteristics function u as follows. So u is here, it's the equation. And business application of fuzzy logic. Uh, Fuzzy logic matching is used in matching problems. That is an essential operation in speech recognition, automated reasoning, and expert system. Computing fuzzy distance between two objects forms the basis of such a matching. Fuzzy relations are used in modeling a physical system whose variations of output parameters with the input parameters are known. Fuzzy logic has been applied in management of ambiguity of data by analyzing the knowledge about predecessors to determine the truth value of a proposition. And fuzzy reasoning is used for identifying criminals from imprecise and inconsistent word description of criminal history. Fuzzy logic is used in medical diagnostic system in identifying disease on the basis of symptoms by calculating fuzzy beliefs, and there are many other use of fuzzy logic like its application in specialized belief network called fuzzy poetry nets, and but are beyond the scope of this introductory unit. Next is genetic algorithm. Genetic algorithm are a stochastics algorithm. They were first proposed by Holland in 1975. They are based on the natural process of biological evolution, and these methods follow the survival of the fittest principle of Darwin. They are called genetic because they work on the same principle as genetic. The members which adapt well to the environment are selected for reproduction and produce offspring, and poor performers die without offsprings and perform specific tasks number of times. And new generation of data structure, and it from higher performing data structure, rating of data structure is there, and this is the process of genetic algorithm. Okay, so you just try to analyze this figure, and in between any doubts you can contact us. Please use your study materials of ignou mmpc 008 also parallel. Okay, mating is done by randomly selecting a bit position in the 8-bit string and concatenating the head of one parent to the tail of the other parent to produce the offspring. Example, fifth bit cross over point of parents will produce offsprings. Okay, so this is that. And business application of genetic algorithm. What are the business application? Genetic algorithm have been used in intelligent search problem, and these problems include games and routing problem in VLSI circuits and navigational planning of robots. And genetic algorithm have been used in many optimization problem like the traveling salesman problem and the job shop scheduling problem, etc. Genetic algorithm and neural network together have many applications in machine learning, such as adaptive control, etc. Genetic algorithm are used in data mining for the task of hypothesis testing and refinement, optimal decision tree induction, and even prediction, etc. Genetic algorithm are also used in classification problems and for evaluating the fitness of other algorithms. And activity B is here based on this subsection, and summary of this unit is here. To overcome the difficulties that were faced in solving many real life problems, intelligence was put into a computer, and the theme of all these efforts was around the concept of making a program intelligent by providing it with the highest quality specific knowledge about some problem area. This collaborative and collective intelligence let the machine do the task better than the humans, and AI has taken off from there, and what we are getting today is an improved build up on the older system, but with more and more applications because of constant development in the tools required for deploying such AI based system. With machine learning, deep learning, NLPs, we have come across many such a uses of AI in almost every field, from R&D, healthcare industry to agriculture, retailing, and e-commerce. Expert system emerged as a consequence of the development in the artificial intelligence field, and they started as problem solvers using specialized domain knowledge. As the time passed by, this system kept building on themselves, and what we are getting today is much better version of their predecessors, and more algorithms and methods were developed to solve problems more efficiently. And some of these include artificial neural network, fuzzy logic, and genetic algorithms. They have immense applications in the field of AI and expert systems. Genetic algorithms are used with the neural network and fuzzy logic for solving more complex problems. They are jointly used and hence are often referred as soft computing. This unit has tried to provide you with an introduction of these developments. And the unit and exercise is here. So 8 questions are here. Try to do it. It will help you for your term and examination. And also you do your assignments. And first question is, what do you understand by artificial intelligence, and what are the factors that highlight the need of developing AI? What are the goals of AI? And discuss the application of AI with respect to the developments in the field of computers. Also discuss the major works that typically describe the earlier work done in AI. And if you have to build artificial intelligence in your organization, what factors you would think of and take into consideration? Mention those factors in a stepwise manner. Fourth is, define artificial intelligence and mention some of its current applications. And fifth one is, what are expert system, and mention the working principle of expert system. Also discuss how knowledge can be represented in expert system. And what are artificial neural networks? Discuss their business applications. Discuss the salient features of the genetic algorithms. How do they differ from artificial neural networks? Explain mutation and mating with the help of examples. And what are the factors that differentiate traditional logic and fuzzy logic? And explain the concept of membership characteristics function, and also discuss the business application of fuzzy logic. Okay, so these are the unit and exercise from unit 14 mmpc 008. Try to do it. In between any doubt, you can contact us through our contact number. Also you can comment it on your comment box. And for more MBA videos, you just do like, share, and subscribe our channel. Thank you so much.
i-tutor Academy presents ignou MBA complete syllabus coverage classes for individual students, semester-wise subject with online and flexible timing. For more details, contact on +916 238 21785.